So, once again, it turns out that cultural pandemonium is upon us, as yet another liberal white person in Hollywood believes that gender is a social construct and that they want to change their gender from one to the other. This should really surprise no one, yet it's national news. It almost reminds me of when 6 years ago people realized that Philip Robertson, the Bible quoting patriarch of the show Duck Dynasty, was actually against gay marriage. What? You mean that long-bearded mountain man's against gay marriage? I always thought he had a second job as a drag queen. But I guess you learn something new every day. For me, though, I don't spend too much time criticizing people like Elliot Paige. Because I realize, whenever the cultural left, they come out with one of these new social movements, it's always a game of don't shoot the puppy. If you don't know what that is, it's a popular browser game. You should check it out. Some good Let's Plays about it.
Don't shoot the puppy! It's a beautiful puppy! He's courageous!
But the way that Don't Shoot the Puppy works is that they find a cute, adorable, lovable person from Hollywood, the media, sports, and they put that person in front of you to represent their new movement. And if you shoot that puppy, well, you look like a jerk. And if you look like a jerk, your ideas and your movement looks like a jerk. And when that happens, that's when they can censor you. So for me, I don't spend too much time focusing on people like Elliot Paige. I focus on something I like to call the social justice industrial complex. Yeah, well, if you don't know what that is, actually, it's a term that I just made up because I'm egotistical like that. Yeah, so basically, the social justice industrial complex is basically a conglomeration of academics, the media, and corporations who all work together to cash in on and promote the new woke culture movement. Basically, the academics, they come up with ideas on culture and gender and sexuality, and then they make those ideas and they put them out into popular culture, and they start to become popular in popular culture. And once they're popular, the corporations pick them up and use them to promote their brand. You could explain it almost like in sort of a right-wing Goodwill Hunting. Okay, well, the way you gotta look at it is this. First of all, you gotta go to your college campuses, all right? To your academics, okay? Your academic class, okay? They're in their colleges, their campuses, all right? What they're doing is they're coming up with ideas like gender ideology, microaggressions, that kind of stuff. They're putting it out there. What they do is they take those ideas from the campus and they put it into popular culture, right? It starts to become popular. People start to believe it. They just start to believe it. They like it, And then what happens is your corporations, they pick it up, They see it works, Virtue signaling sells. They're making a lot of money on it, They look good. They look like good people. People are buying their products, all right? So they cash in on it and they start, firing people who don't agree with them, man. It's just like a whole complex. It just keeps building up, Just more academics coming up with new ideas, putting it in popular culture, and then corporations pick it up and they start making money on it. Whole thing is just a big racket, They're just making money. That was an amazing Goodwill Hunting parody. Don't you just love conservative comedy? But the way that it works is that a lot of these businesses and corporations may not actually care that much about people like Caitlyn Jenner and their gender struggles, or Colin Kaepernick and his kneeling at the national anthem. But what they do care is that when they pick up on these woke movements, they look woke. And when they look woke, liberal white people will buy their products. And when liberal white people buy their products, they don't have to think about how those products are being made in Chinese labor camps in Nigeria.
It has been brought to my attention that Jasmine's Lemonade Parade has been using child labor. Obviously, this comes as a great surprise to me. So I present to you Onceler's cruelty-free lemonade.
It's lemonade, but without the biting sting of injustice.
Its lack of cruelty makes it look delicious.
And I know it's cruelty-free because he said so.
And it's on the label.
That's right, I'm quoting the Boondocks. Aren't I edgy? So, what it comes right down to is that the real issue here is not so much Elliot Paige. It's the power structures that are using people like Elliot Paige for their own purposes. So, I don't really want to shoot the puppy. Because the puppy's not really my problem. The problem is actually the people that are trying to shove these puppies down my throat. Because as much as I don't want to shoot puppies, I don't want to eat puppies either. And I'm sure there's a double or even triple entendre in there somewhere, but I'll let you figure that one out. So for me, if you want to stand up for freedom of speech and traditional gender, the people that you have to worry about being censored by aren't people like Elliot Paige or Anita Sarkeesian or Caitlyn Jenner. The people that are going to censor you are your local school board. It's going to be your boss. It's going to be the people that write your paycheck. And if you're on the right, maybe realize that a lot of these corporations and businesses that we spend so much time protecting aren't necessarily on our side. And when it comes to the marketplace, maybe be a little bit more like Adam Smith and realize that although the market yields some amazing economic gains, it doesn't always trend towards virtue.
Don't shoot the puppet! It's a beautiful puppet! He's courageous!